So we'll start sitting up tall. And becoming fully present on the mat. Closing the eyes. And taking a moment to settle in. Feeling the mat support you. Feeling the tension melt out of the body. And then feeling the awareness turn inward. We'll take 3 deep breaths here. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the nose. And then placing the hands on the mat beside the body, maybe keeping the eyes closed here, maybe rocking back and forth. Maybe there's a stretch in the forearms here, starting to warm up the wrists a bit. Maybe dropping the chin to the chest and starting to go side to side here. Bringing the right ear to the right shoulder and the left ear to the left shoulder. And maybe doing that a couple times. And then we'll inhale the arms out and up overhead and exhale through heart center and prayer. Maybe setting an intention here for our practice. And then opening the eyes, inhaling the arms out and up, and maybe taking a gentle twist to the right here. Spine nice and long, maybe twisting with the eyes. Inhaling back through center and twisting to the left. Maybe with the eyes. And back through center. Overhead. And this time starting to walk the hands out towards the mat. Maybe dropping the chin to the chest. Maybe the forehead comes to the mat here. Walking the hands back up and then switching the legs out here. So awkward foot on top this time. And then walking the hands back out again. Noticing the difference in the sides. Maybe putting some pressure in the hands or tenting the fingers. And then walking back up. And I just turned the heat on, so I'm going to take a moment here to lose the sweatshirt. And taking one more deep breath, interlacing the hands at the lower back. Inhaling heart high, a little back bend to start. And then maybe hands come to the knees, rounding out hard. Chin to the chest. And then we'll come on to all fours. So if you like to lift, you can lift up here, pull the legs through. Otherwise, maybe coming through just on your knees. And we'll come into a tabletop and start to warm up the wrists and the toes. So maybe walking the hands around. Maybe fingertips face the knees here. Maybe bending the elbows. Maybe turning the hands upside down, tops of the wrists on the mat, and making a fist there. Maybe bringing the shoulder blades together and apart. Coming back to the palms, trying that again. Shoulder blades together and apart. Maybe even hands, fingers facing the side, shoulder blades together and apart. And then tucking the toes, pressing the heels back. Pressing the hips onto the heels here. Big stretch. And maybe tucking the toes the other direction. And sitting the hips back again. Coming back into this tabletop. Nice wide hands here. And we'll take a couple cat-cows. So inhaling, dropping the belly. Exhaling, lifting the spine high, squeezing the rib cage towards the hips here. Inhaling, dropping the belly. And exhaling, spine high, rib cage towards the hips. And then coming back to neutral. This time we'll tuck the toes, just lifting the knees off the mat. So giving this a second here, warming the core up. And then maybe pressing the hips back towards the heels. And coming forward again. Shoulders over the wrist or just beyond. We'll go back and forth a couple times. Maybe a little further each time. And then from the heels here, lifting the hips all the way up for our first down dog, making any readjustments. Then maybe pedaling the legs out. First down dog of the day, honoring where we are. And we'll come back to a resting position here. We'll lift high on the toes. We'll bring both hips and heels to the left. Maybe the right foot steps around. Coming back to center. High onto the toes, heels and hips to the right. Maybe the left foot steps around. And then coming back through center, high on the toes, we'll bend the knees. So almost bringing the knees to the mat. Lots of tension in the upper body, still pressing the mat away here. And then dropping the heels down slowly. Maybe shaking the head out. Inhale, exhale. And then right leg lifts. So hips square at first, and then maybe stacking. And then squaring off again, right foot steps to the right thumb. And our first lunge of the day. So feeling this out here. Maybe transferring weight back and forth. And then stepping the left foot up to meet the right. Folding first. And then we'll inhale, arms all the way out and up. And exhale, fold. Flat back. All the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fingertips down, right foot steps back. And feeling the lunge out on this side, possibly different. And then grounding both palms firmly. We're trying to press the mat away enough to lift that left foot up. Stepping back to down dog, maybe coming high on the toes. And then inhaling forward to plank. So holding strong for a moment. And then we'll drop knees, and then chest and chin. Maybe snaking through for baby cobra here. And then all the way back, hips to the heels here for child's pose. And pressing the heels back, pressing the hands away, nice and active. And then coming back through tabletop to down dog. Maybe getting the cracks and pops out here. I'll lift the left leg high. So heel, hip square first. And then stacking and opening up. And then squaring off again. Knee tight to the chest. We'll step the left foot to the left thumb. This time we'll leave the right palm grounded. Left hand comes to the lower back. So starting to take a twist here. If you'd like to lift that arm high, you can. And if you'd like to take the half bind, you can. Releasing, left fingertips come to the mat, right foot steps up to meet the left. And we'll fold first, so bent legs here, laying the belly on the thighs. Maybe wrapping the arms around the thighs, giving yourself a big hug here, shaking the head out. And then releasing, we'll inhale all the way out and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back this time. Left palm stays grounded, right palm comes to the lower back. Maybe opening up towards the ceiling here. Maybe taking that half bind if that feels good. Right hand comes down to frame the right foot, pressing the mat away hard, picking the right foot up. We'll step back to down dog. Maybe getting those cracks and pops out again. Inhaling forward to plank. We'll drop the knees again, just till the shoulders are warmed up here. Knees, chest, and chin. Snaking through to baby cobra. Maybe extending a little bit. And then we'll press all the way back to child's pose. And take a deep breath here. Maybe turning the thumbs towards the ceiling or the palms towards the ceiling. And then coming back through tabletop, tucking the toes, and back to down dog. Lifting the right leg high again. Maybe you can bend the knee. Work the ankle out. We'll come back into that lunge. So just for a moment here, and we'll kind of feel the weight in each foot equally, maybe taking the weight out of the fingertips. And then we'll come all the way up. You can always extend arms overhead. If your shoulders ever hurt, hands at the heart is a great option. And then coming back down in a prayer position here, we'll lift off the left foot, trying to stay on the right here, coming into warrior three. Nice and strong for a moment. And then left foot meets the right. Bent knees, and we'll fold. Letting the head and neck go, maybe interlacing the hands at the lower back. Maybe taking a shoulder stretch there. And releasing, we'll inhale all the way out and up. And exhale all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps back. So in a lunge on this side, we'll start to feel the weight evenly in both feet here, maybe taking the weight out of the fingertips. And then when you're ready, hands to the heart or arms overhead. And coming up into this crescent lunge. And coming back down to continue the angle of the leg. Slowly lifting off those right toes, coming into warrior three. And nice and strong just for a moment here. And then right foot meets the left. And we'll fold again. Maybe a shoulder stretch again if that feels good. And don't forget to switch the hands out, right? Fingers interlace the opposite way. We'll inhale all the way out and up. And then let's sit into a chair this time. So knees squeeze together. You can always bring hands to the heart here as well if it's hard to keep the arms overhead for the shoulders. And then folding, lifting the hips. Maybe lifting the insides of the feet in this fold, or wiggling the toes. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. We'll do a jump back, so grounding the palms here, bending the knees, always landing with bent arms if you're jumping back. Maybe up dog. And then nice tight abs, really strong core, dragging the feet towards the hands, maybe rolling over the toes, and coming back to down dog. And this time we'll lift the left leg high, maybe stacking the hip. And we'll step through. Spinning the right heel down. I'm coming into warrior 2 this time. Sorry, warrior 1 this time. You can always extend the arms overhead, trying to make sure the rib cage stays tucked. So if that's too much, hands at the heart. We'll interlace the hands behind. And then bow down here. Chin tight to the chest. Maybe letting the arms fall over for humble warrior. And releasing, coming all the way back up. And then hands frame the left foot. And stepping back, maybe going through a flow. Here's your chance for your flow. So plank, halfway down, belly doesn't touch. Chaturanga. Straightening the arms and leaving the hips where they are. Upward facing dog. And you can always do knees, chest, chin. Coming back to down dog. Right leg lifts high. Steps to the right thumb. Left foot spins down here. Trying to make sure the hips are square to the front. Same thing with the rib cage tucked. You can extend the arms if the rib cage stays tucked. Otherwise, hands at the heart. And interlacing the hands at the lower back. And we'll bow down. Humble warrior. Maybe letting the arms fall over. And coming all the way back up. Maybe re-extending. Then hands frame the right foot. Stepping back. Plank. Maybe your flow. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Feel free to hang out if it feels good and gently explore. And then down dog. We'll walk the feet just a little bit closer and out a little bit. Still trying to have that flat back. And if you have a mirror at home, maybe checking, is your back still flat? We'll take the left hand, reach for the right ankle. So coming into that inverted twist here. And then releasing the left. We'll take the right hand and reach for the left ankle. And then replacing the right hand, walking back out. Inhaling forward to plank. halfway down, upward facing. And down dog. Right leg lifts high. This time exhaling knee to nose. Heel stays tight to the glute here. Inhale back out. Exhale knee to right, tricep or elbow. Inhale back out. Exhale knee to left. Inhale back out. This time coming back into that lunge. And then opening up for warrior two. So left foot spins all the way down, almost parallel with the back mat. Trying to have the hips square to the side. And one day we only see one leg. Knee, hip, hip, knee. You can always extend the arms here. We'll inhale and slowly, smoothly transition back into this crescent lunge. So hips come towards the front, onto the back toes, and we'll step into warrior three again. Gently. And then we'll come all the way up. Coming right into eagle here. So left leg over the right. And that means we'll have the left arm under the right arm. Laser-like focus, moving with control and ease. And squeezing tightly. Unwinding here. Right back into that warrior three position. We'll try to place the toes down as gently as we came up. Transfer the weight. And then both palms ground, right foot steps back. And feeling free to go through a flow here. And this time left leg lifts high on an inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Heel tight. Inhale out. Exhale, knee to left elbow or tricep. Inhale back out. Exhale, knee to right. And inhale back out. Exhale into this lunge. And then we'll spin open here. You can cartwheel the arms up if you like that. So weight is in the outside of the right foot. Hips are square to the right. One leg. When you're ready, preparing here, slowly with control, coming back into this lunge, hips face the front, and then transferring all the weight into the left leg, warrior three. Nice and strong here. Noticing the wobbles, no judgment. Coming into eagle legs, right leg is on top this time. And that means right arm goes under. Squeezing tightly and then unwinding. And we know where we're going here, so coming right back into that warrior three. And then gently placing the right toes back down on the mat. Transfer weight. Both palms ground. And stepping back to down dog. We'll go through a flow here. And remember, you can always drop knees, chest, chin. We'll walk to the front of the mat. Maybe trying to take more weight into the hands here. We'll take a deep knee squat here. So if you can keep the heels down with the knees bent, you can squeeze here like an upward wind removing. You can always come into a toe stand, hands at the heart, or hands out in front. And then coming back onto the heels and maybe widening this stance out some. Maybe pressing the triceps against the shins or the insides of the knees here. Nice long spine. Off. Maybe turning the hands upside down in prayer. Maybe that's a nice stretch on the forearms there. And then coming back. Lifting the hips, squaring the toes to the front. Maybe a little bit of side to side motion. Sometimes that can feel good along the IT band. And we'll come into crow. So if you are doing crow at home, you can always put a block under your forehead, right? If it's a little scary still, that way you don't have to balance in a scary way. If you know crow, feel free to do that. Big wide hands, knees in the armpits, and slowly transferring weight forward. Looking forward, heels tight, maybe starting to straighten the arms. And then when you're ready after holding it, maybe 3 to 5 breaths if you can. We'll shoot back if that's in your practice. Up dog, and back to down dog. Lifting the right leg high this time. Scorpion the foot. You can turn the left foot a little bit. Be looking between the hands. We'll start to pick the right hand up. So maybe you can reach for the right leg here, right foot, inside or outside. Maybe you can kick back. Otherwise, if you fall, maybe coming right over. Into our wild thing. Slowly coming back, trying to control each movement. Extending the right leg, and then coming into pigeon. So right knee behind the right wrist, left ankle behind the left wrist. Taking a moment to get comfortable. And if you can't sit all the way into pigeon, a block is nice right under the glutes here, so you can keep the hips level. Maybe taking the weight out of the hands. And if you'd like to walk down, Maybe walking all the way down, resting the forehead on the mat if that's comfortable, reaching the arms long. And when you're ready, walking the hands back up, grounding both palms firmly, and tucking the left toes. Maybe seeing what that feels like to press into the left toes here. And then we'll lift back up. Re-extending the right leg. And then right toes meet the mat. Maybe going through your flow here. Maybe rolling over the toes, practicing that. And if it's really uncomfortable at first, you can always double a mat up and try rolling over it that way. So from down dog, lifting the left leg high, stacking the hip, bending the knee. Nice stretch along the left side. Then looking between the hands, lifting the left hand, maybe reaching for that left foot. And if you fall, maybe just coming directly over into Wild Thing. Coming back over as controlled as possible. And then left knee behind the left wrist, left ankle behind the right wrist. Taking a moment here to settle in and relax. Taking weight out of the hands maybe. And then if you'd like to rest for a moment, pigeon is a variation of child's pose. So hopefully one day it's restful. And then walking the hands back up when you're ready. Maybe tucking the right toes. Maybe seeing what it's like to lift the right knee. Grounding the palms on the mat and lifting up again. Re-extending the left leg and then left toes meet the mat. One more flow here if you like. And then walking the feet to the center of the mat. And we'll come all the way down into a seat here. If you'd like to jump through, also an option. Extending the legs out long. We'll start in a staff pose. So sitting up nice and tall. Maybe taking a moment to tuck the chin to the chest here as well. And then left hand comes to the outside of the right foot. So just a modified dancing Shiva. You can always leave the knee bent if it's not comfortable to straighten. Or starting to take this twist here. Coming back through center and placing the right foot down. Right hand, left foot. Sitting up nice and tall. Not leaning back here. And then replacing the left foot. And we'll slowly come all the way down. So arms extend. I'm trying to move as slowly with as much control as possible. Arms can extend overhead. Maybe a big good morning stretch. If you'd like, before you get too comfortable, bring a block within reach. So once we're on our backs here, we'll take a happy baby. So feet towards the ceiling, hands grip the outsides of the feet. And trying to have the back flat, the shoulder blades flat. If you'd like to switch the grip to the insides of the feet and start to straighten the legs. Still trying to keep the back flat. It doesn't matter if the legs get totally straight. Maybe rocking around a bit. And then feet come back together. This time heels wide, wider than hips, and knees fall together. So maybe coming on the inside blades of your feet. You can drop one knee and the other knee. Maybe feel that stretch along the front. Or maybe both knees at the same time. And then coming back here, we'll do a set of bridge. So taking a deep breath, making sure you can touch your heels with your longest finger. We'll lift the hips, so trying to keep the knees in one line. Maybe readjust the shoulders. If you'd like to grasp the hands under the body, you can. If you'd like to use the hands to support the lower back, you can. And then we'll relax down. Coming up again, this time maybe if you'd like to go deeper. So if you can reach both ankles, you can come up into bridge this way. Still trying to keep the knees from flaring out. And then relaxing down. We'll take a twist to each side. So I'm going to cue for eagle legs, wrapping the right knee over the left knee. And then coming onto the left side here. You can always put a block under the knees if the ground is too far away. Always being gentle with a spinal twist. You can extend the right arm, palm down or palm up. Coming back through center, unwinding here, and then left leg over the right leg. Maybe getting that hook. Sometimes it's easier to hook when you're laying on your back than when you're standing. Left arm comes out to the side, and knees fall over to the right. So maybe using that block just to help ease into this twist some. And then coming back through center, unwinding here. If you'd like to take a moment, soles of the feet together, knees flare out. You can always use the block as a pillow. Sometimes that's nice. And you can rest hands on belly, solar plexus. And then maybe switching into your final Shavasana position. If you'd like legs up the wall, you can take that. Or maybe put the block under your lower back here, under your sacrum for a little bit of support. Keeping the legs bent. And maybe hand to the belly, hand to the heart here. If you'd like to relax all the way flat on the mat, you can also do that. And taking a moment to let go of the practice today. A moment to be grateful for taking the time to turn your attention inward. And staying in Shavasana as long as you like here. I'd like to thank everyone for practicing with me today. It's been my honor and my pleasure to virtually lead your practice. And as we virtually part ways, the light and love in me honor the light and love in each one of you. Namaste.